Hi, Shell Point. I'm Jeff Corey from the Legacy Foundation, joined today with Christy Skinner, our Senior Director of Healthcare here at Shell Point. And we're going to talk to you a little bit about the Medical Breakthrough Series. We have a great program coming on Alzheimer's, the latest and greatest in treatments, and certainly something you'll not want to miss. So, Christy, we're having Dr. Amanda Smith. She's coming from the University of South Florida Alzheimer's Institute to be with us for the day. Can you tell me a little bit about the importance of having someone come and talk about Alzheimer's and what the benefit will be for our residents?
Absolutely, Jeff. I think that we are always trying to find innovative approaches to lifestyle behaviors and any way that we can prevent Alzheimer's, get educated about Alzheimer's, and just find new approaches, new innovation, and new thought processes to be able to manage and mitigate the disease process.
Sure. Now, I think Dr. Smith is going to be talking about, some of those things that we can do on a preventative basis. I mean, you read a lot of things, so I think, are there things out there that maybe we haven't heard about in nutrition and exercise and sleep and those sorts of activities that might affect later on the progression of Alzheimer's?
Absolutely. I think that the nice thing about the Bird Center in particular is that they are leading the innovation, leading the research, and going to be bringing new ideas to us that are exciting, are thought processes that we might already know about, but maybe putting a new spin on the approaches. And I think everybody is fearful and wondering, what can I do to prevent the disease process and delay the progression of the disease? So I think what Dr. Smith is going to be able to bring us is the peace of mind in knowing that we'll be able to exhaust every potential effort in taking care of ourselves, mind, body, and spirit, to be able to do everything that we can do to prevent the disease from the preclinical side of the diagnosis.
Sure. I also think this might be a great program for caregivers, those folks that are giving support to a loved one, a spouse. Talk a little bit about what kind of programs we have here at Shell Point for caregivers, and again how they might benefit for something like this.
I think that for a caregiver, one of the things that we often see is that they are typically the people who decline the most because they forget to take care of themselves. So on the Shell Point campus, we have caregiver support groups, and I think what they'll find is that they just need to be mindful not to forget about themselves in this disease process. It is an overwhelming process when you get the diagnosis that your loved one has Alzheimer's or cognitive impairment. And I think that people need to remember that somewhere in that process they need to take pause and take care of themselves, whether it be going to the spiritual outlet to be able to do that, whether or not it be able to be bringing in resources to be able to offer support in the caregiving process. Every person has a different perspective for what that relief looks like. Right. And I think that this is just going to be one more avenue for them to know that it is okay to be able to take care of themselves so that they can be a better caregiver for their loved one.
Right. And Dr. Smith in the University of South Florida, she's the head of their clinical research program. I know through the years we've had residents that have gone through various clinical trials. Is that an important part of finding the discovery of a cure for Alzheimer's, if that's to happen?
Absolutely. There are billions of dollars every year put into clinical trials and clinical research and data gathering and investigation. And if we don't do that, we're never going to be able to progress and move forward with finding a cure if there is a potential to do that in disease research.
Sure. Well, Christy, thank you for being with us here today. And again, just wanted to let you know, on January 28th, the Village Church, Dr. Amanda Smith from the University of South Florida will be with us. And again, she's really an expert here in our country as far as leading the charge against Alzheimer's and clinical research. So you'll all want to be there. So please join us.